My name is Liam, educator, and today I want to talk about what it means for educators to be accountable when engaging with their colleagues, families, and children who may belong to marginalized groups. I am Oneida Ojibwe as well as Plains Cree and was born and raised in London, Ontario. I am a registered early childhood educator and have spent most of my career working within Indigenous organizations. Throughout my time working with both Indigenous and non-Indigenous educators, I have had many experiences that I feel could assist others in not only taking accountability for their learning, but having meaningful interactions with others who may belong to marginalized communities. While most of the information and experiences lens, I feel that there are some universal ideas that could be used as tools to help others on their journey going forward. Before discussing accountability and what it means to take ownership of our learning with marginalized groups, I'd like to acknowledge that there are gaps between the reality of marginalized groups and the information surrounding them. As an Indigenous person living and working within our modern society, I find that some of the information provided through professional training, safety training, or even just public information can be inauthentic or misleading. However, like mentioned previously, we hope that the information provided can be used going forward to assist others on their journey of accountability and taking ownership of. Taking ownership means recognizing that learning is not passive. It's not about waiting for someone to hand us knowledge. During my time with the childcare center, I sang for the children using some traditional items. My new room partner at the time, who was non-Indigenous, held space for me and allowed me to engage with the children in a culturally relevant activity. One thing that always stood out to me is how she waited until the activity was over to ask appropriate, meaningful, and engaging questions to better understand what I was doing. Through this interaction and her drive to understand more about the environment she was in, this educator was able to learn about how this type of experience benefited both our programming and the children in the room as well. As professionals, we are each responsible for setting our own goals, actively engaging, and reflecting on our growth. This mindset leads to deeper learning and more meaningful engagement. It also means understanding that the burden of education should not fall on people from oppressed or marginalized communities. I believe barriers often affect others and their ability to become allies. Specifically, the biggest barrier found within most people is their unwillingness to admit their own ignorances. However, that does not fall on marginalized voices, and it's not their job to explain their struggles or experiences. Instead, it's on us to seek that understanding. A key part of this journey is self-reflection and awareness. Start by examining your own unconscious biases and thinking critically about how they influence your decisions and interactions. Recognize your privilege, those unearned advantages that shape how you see the world, and reflect on how your experiences may differ from others. At one of the cultural events hosted at this Indigenous childcare center, non-Indigenous staff volunteered and asked how they could support us at the event. This is an example of allyship in action. They not only stepped up during the planning and execution, but also took the time to listen to marginalized voices and deepen their understanding of the social and cultural nuances involved. Taking steps and engaging in continuous learning as an ally will help you on your journey. Reading books and articles, watching documentaries, and listening to podcasts are all effective options to assist in continuous learning. Another effective option for continuous learning is social media. Social media often has many differing opinions and perspectives that may both challenge and expand your own. More important than continuous learning are the actions that each individual takes when entering marginalized spaces. Challenge your assumptions. Speak up against discrimination and microaggressions. Kindly correct the behavior, avoid accusatory language, report incidents, help share resources, use assertive language, and be there for the people affected. Advocate for inclusive policies and practices, be an ally, model the behavior you want to see. Do not be afraid to ask questions to get a better understanding, and when you make mistakes, and you will, own them. Lastly, create space. Encourage open, respectful conversations. When engaging with marginalized voices and groups, listen more than you speak. Remember that it's not the responsibility of those facing oppression to educate you or make you a better ally. Taking ownership is about commitment, it's about accountability, and it's about action.